All right, we took a week off because of the NFL draft, but we are back looking at your Dynasty football trades. If you want your trades to be in this video series each week, it's quite simple. Use our code LAND, LAND, on Flock Fantasy. There's a direct link in the pinned comment,
That's right.
flockfantasy.com/land. If you sign up to the Mother Flocker tier, you will unlock the Dynasty Trades text channel and have your trades on our show for us to grade. Do us a favor, drop a like, show some love, subscribe if you like Dynasty content, and why don't you go ahead and comment a trade that you have made recently in the comments below. All right, the first trade since we last did this video was from the Mighty Booch. It's from the Foxtrot League, 12-team Superflex start 10 lineup. The second I gave back is the receiving team's own projected late. So it looks like she got Hollywood Brown for Calvin Ridley in a second-round pick. What do you think about this one?
Ooh, this one's interesting. I feel like you get more value with that 24 second. So I'm gonna go Calvin Ridley in the 24 second here.
Yeah, I think it's difficult at the moment because I think when you look at these two players, Calvin Ridley is probably, in my opinion, set to smash this year in Jacksonville. And then Hollywood, I still think is a good asset, but we're not sure when he'll be relevant or, for leagues this year, just because it's probably going to be Colt McCoy. That didn't look very good last year.
No.
So you have to ask questions as far as when Hollywood will return that value. And I would guess that in season, you might be able to get Hollywood cheaper than this. Just an opinion. Let's see what happens. But
yeah,
I think we would go the Calvin Ridley side there, unfortunately.
Agreed.
Brock, 12-team, half PPR, one quarterback league. So it looks like he's got Terry McLaurin and the 111 sends away Deontay Johnson and Miles Sanders.
Ooh.
Pretty even deal.
Yeah, it is. The thing is,
the only thing I don't love is the 111.
Exactly.
It's not a range I want to be in anymore. I think that's what makes this really tough.
Yeah, and that's the difficult part. What's that? Terry and Will, Terry and Sharby, Terry and Devin, right? I mean, let's put a name to it. Terry and Devin. Who would you rather have?
Terry, Devin A-Chain versus Deontay and Miles Sanders. I mean, it's pretty close because you clearly prefer Terry McLaurin. At least I do. But then Miles Sanders is probably going to be better for fantasy football in the next 2 to 3 years than any running back you can get through 111. So
yeah,
I guess it depends on team needs there, but I might lean Miles Sanders here.
Yeah, and that's why I'm leaning here. Miles Sanders, Deontay Johnson. If I put Charbonnet there, if I put Will Levis there, I don't know, maybe if I need a quarterback, depending on team needs and build, and Devin A-Chain there, it's difficult. Right, it's difficult to be at the 111. So I do believe Deontay Johnson, Miles Sanders is the better. It just feels more comfortable. How about that? It feels more comfortable having those two.
Yeah. All right. LPJ is the next trade. Context Echo League. I had the 104 already and 3 other quarterbacks. Love Mac Jones, Goff on my team. The 2 picks I got are the 105 and the 112. So it looks like we got the 105, the 112, we sent away Kyler Murray. Last place, Joe, I mean, I got to be honest, I've been preaching to buy Kyler Murray. So this is a trade that I would have personally made for the Murray side. Yeah. And I think if you wanted to replace Murray with a quarterback in this class, and maybe you're saying that you don't, you have Mac Jones, Jordan Love, and Goff. That's not a quarterback room for me personally. Mac Jones, Jordan Love, and Goff. That's not a quarterback room to me where I feel comfortable moving off of Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
In the 105, you're unlikely to get a quarterback. It could happen if someone goes Gibbs or JSN too early or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I think I got to lean the Kyler Murray side here. Just being 100% honest, 100% transparent. I've been kind of advising people to buy Murray through this kind of lull season that he has. But yeah, I think I would pay this for Kyler Murray personally.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, the 112, you don't want to be at the end of this first round anymore either. It's not something that I think we both like. Once again, Sharby there, Devin A-Chain, Will Levis. That's kind of the range in some of these people that are going at the 112 in your rookie drafts. So yeah, I personally rather have Kyler. One thing I would say is that I would have tried to move on from Mac Jones personally, and then kept Kyler, Goff, and Love. So, but I mean,
yeah. Well, Mac Jones wouldn't get the same return, obviously.
Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly. But Move on from him.
Okay, hand the man, Kilo League. It looks like he gets Russell Wilson, J.K. Dobbins, Jamar Chase, John Mechie. He sends away the 104, a 24 first, a second, and a third. I think this is pretty easily Chase, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm not seeing this correctly, but
I do see it the same way. Where's that 24 first at? If that's a late 24 first, and it's not ideal. And the 104, yeah, you could get a quarterback which is younger, but what's the second? What's a third? So essentially, you got a second for J.K. Dobbins, I'm assuming, or maybe Russell Wilson, and then a third.
You could flip it between one of them. One of them is worth the first in this deal, I guess.
And then John Mechie, a third here. But I mean, stepping into a good opportunity with a good quarterback coming in. So I'd rather have the players here than the picks.
I really don't like this deal for the non-Jamar Chase side. Jamar Chase on his own, we see deals where he goes for 3 first-round picks by himself.
Exactly.
And there's not even 3 first-round picks in this deal.
Exactly.
I'm pretty heavily the Jamar Chase side here. Brock, 12 team, half PPR, 1 quarterback. It looks like he gets the 106, the 406, and a second in a rookie draft, and then sends away the 202 and the 108. And this is a great deal. I like this. You want to get in that top 6 range in Superflex drafts so you can secure JSN, Jahmyr Gibbs, maybe if one of the quarterbacks falls for whatever reason. I would much rather be in the top 6 and lose draft capital this year, gain it next year, than to be at the 108. So I'm actually confused how you also got the second next year. Like, you really didn't lose in any situation.
No,
you won every part of this trade.
Yeah, you got more in this trade for sure, which is, in reality, you should be losing. You should be sending more, to acquire the 106.
Yeah, I would agree. Basic Crown, 10-team, 1 quarterback, half PPR, start 9. Gave up the 107 and a 24 first from a contender and a third for the Sun God. Okay, what do we think? The 107, an extra first, and a third for Amon-Ra. It's a 10-team, 1 quarterback, start 9.
10-team, 1 quarterback. I would potentially still go Amon-Ra here. Where's that? First of all, where's that 24 first at?
He says it's a contender.
If it's a contender, that means that's a late 24 first. And that 107 and the 1 quarterback, you're not getting. I mean, you're getting Zay there, right? You're getting Zay Flowers, maybe a Sharpie there, a Dodzy Kincaid.
Maybe you go Bijan, Jahmyr, JSN, Quentin, Addison, Zay at the 1-7. Quentin Addison, yeah. I mean, so that means
that's
so
Dalton.
The 1-7 might be Zay, yeah.
Yeah, Zay Dalton, and I'd rather have Amon-Ra in that offense, than the 20 and then the late 24 first.
I think when you factor that it's a 10-team, you're getting a star in Amon-Ra. You know that it's 1 quarterback, so the 107 is not worth what it is in Superflex, and that 24 first is likely to be late.
Yeah,
I really like that deal for the Amon-Ra side.
Agreed.
Mighty Booch, 12-team, Superflex, start 10, full PPR contending. Gibson was my RB 5 or 6. So it looks like she gets Cooper Kupp for Gibson in the 201.
That's big. I like it.
That's easy for the Kupp side, right?
Yeah, easy money.
Yeah, I think you got the best side of this deal. I think Gibson does have a better year this year with Eric Bieniemy, but still, Kupp is worth a first-round pick. It's just how high is that first pick? And then another trade, she's a different league, same settings. Picks received are 111, 211. Going to try and package the 111 and my 107 to move up. So it's like she got Montgomery. How are you selling Montgomery for a first?
I wonder if this was before. I mean, look when this trade was happening.
When was the date? Yeah, it would have been a couple days before.
Before the draft, which is prime.
Well, this looks very good in hindsight.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got a first and a second for David Montgomery. That looks really rough for whoever sent that to you now. Oh my gosh, they got to be reeling after seeing this trade now.
Yeah. Good job. Good job on that one.
Yeah, good job. Hand the Man says, got that first deal done and then flipped Russ straight away. So Hand the Man gets a first and a second for Russell Wilson.
Right.
Who, at the moment, we were talking about him just a week ago, teetering on maybe being worth a first. So I would say I wouldn't anticipate getting this much value for Russell Wilson if I was trying to trade him away. So,
yeah, I think this is somebody that is not taking into account what that 2025 first is, and saying, I'm just trying to get a quarterback to compete now and win, and I don't care what that 25 first is. I mean, whoever that is in the 25 first, that's hypothetically a top, let's just say 8 pick, maybe better in the long run maybe better in the long run than Russell Wilson, because how long is Russell Wilson really going to play for? You expect him playing up until 2025, maybe? Was that another 2 years actually now, because we're in 2023. So we'll see what happens, but interesting.
Yeah, we got Ethan, not Ethan, who actually supports both Flock Mason and ourselves, which is awesome to see. Thanks for the love, for the support. Looks like we've got Tyreek Hill on one side, DK Metcalf in the 112 on the opposite side.
Wow.
I would say, just from my perspective, I'm not anti-buying Tyreek Hill, but I do prefer the DK Metcalf of the side, even with the clarity we have now of JSN joining that room. Look, if you're trying to compete, I think it makes sense, but I don't think we should have had to have added the 112 there. I think that should have been maybe like a mid-second. Feels a little bit better.
Yeah.
For Tyreek there.
Yeah, definitely feels better, especially with the news him coming out saying that he's going to retire at the end of his contract. I think it definitely does win with the extra pick at the 112. DK, once again, DK Sharby, DK Will Levis, DK Devin A-Chain. Feels comfortable.
Yeah. The Mighty Booch back with another one. Was going to take a third quarterback or JSN at the 104, but I like this better. Wide receiver room is now CD, T, Cup, Evans, Mooney, Goddard, and Njoku are in the tight ends. So it looks like she moved the 104 and got CD Lamb, the 306, but it was sending away the 104, a second, and Mike White. I mean, this is pretty easy prime. CD Lamb side, yeah.
Mighty Booch is killing it in these trades.
Yeah. Probably someone who is obsessed with JSN like me, but still, you can't make that move. You got to keep CD Lamb. Maybe it is for a quarterback at the 104. Maybe they want to target a CJ Stroud or a
exactly.
Bryce or
they
Rich.
Wanted to do that, so she took advantage of
that. Mike White being a part of the deal is just funny to me. It's like, let's hope Tua gets injured or this player won't be relevant at all. 7 GOAT rings. 10 team, full PPR, start 11, tight end premium. It's, I guess that's half PPR?
Half tight end premium, super flex.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what do you think of those Brock talks? So Swift Brock for Kirk in the 205. Ooh.
This was before the draft, too.
This was before the draft. So Swift's now in the Eagles. Brock Purdy could be, I mean, all the talks is that he is a starter, if I'm not mistaken, still. I don't think that has changed. The 205 right now. What's at the 205? I mean, you take a shot on one of these day 2 wide receivers, right? And you get Christian Kirk.
Yeah, I like the Purdy side.
I like the Purdy side as well. Just makes sense,
especially now that Swift is in Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
We got another trade here. It looks like he gets Treylon Burks and the 109, sends away J.K. Dobbins and Jamison Williams as well as the 205. He says 12 team, 2 quarterback, full PPR, start 11. Also own the 101. I am a strong contender. What should I be looking at doing with the 109? Then he tells us his team there. Well, I think we have some clarity now on what the 109 can give you. Is that still Zay Flowers' range?
Yeah, Zay Flowers.
I think it is, right?
Yeah, you get Zay Flowers if you want.
Yeah, I would say that's right before that little tier break. So I guess that could be Zay or whatever of those first-round wide receivers are left.
Yeah.
At the 109.
I would say Zay Flowers, Dalton potentially, but it looks like you have Kyle Pitts as well. Maybe trade that 109 and get a 24 first. If you can. Take the chance there.
Yeah.
Take the chance.
If you can, for sure. I don't mind Zay Flowers there, though, at the 109.
Yeah, agreed. Completely agree.
And he's got another trade for us, 12-team Superflex, 2 quarterback league, start 11. He says, I know it's a loss, but I'm buying up on that Burks, baby. Okay, so, look, I am probably the biggest Treylon Burks believer, supporter, advocate on YouTube that you will find, but I don't think I could pay this for Treylon Burks. This is a little bit too much. Devonta Smith coming off a top 10 season. And, the 209 is just not
it's nothing
as valuable as we wanted it to be in this year's draft.
When was this trade submitted? This was maybe the morning, right before the NFL draft,
mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, Yeah,
But
right.
even then, I probably wouldn't have done this deal.
Oh
I
yeah,
think,
I completely agree. It's Devonta Smith every single day for me.
yeah, you got to get a little more value. I'm all for buying Burks, but I need a little more value in a deal than that.
Mm.
All right, Basie says, got this done mid-draft. 10-team half PPR, 1 quarterback start 9. The guy I traded decided he didn't want a late first round wide receiver. It's probably Jordan Addison. But I know that that's an early second round running back. Could still be in the mix. Okay. So it looks like he gets the 105, sends away the 201, and a 24 first. He says that 24 first is from the guy who won the league 3 years running and has a contending team. Okay, so the 105 for the 201 and a 24 first. I don't hate this. But if that 24 first ends up being, the 105 again or 106 or something, I think you will regret this deal.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, if it is top 5, top 6, it's going to be really tough to not really want the 105 back, whether that's Jahmyr Gibbs, JSN, at that 105 spot.
Yeah, in a 10-teamer, I think I lean the 105 because you're guaranteed to get Gibbs or JSN, but that's a tough one with the unknown of that 24
first, exactly.
The 201 doesn't hurt as much now looking at it, but yeah. All right, Goat Rings, couple trades here. It looks like we got Malik Willis and Ty Chandler for the 311. I don't even know who won this deal.
Good trade for you, I guess.
No one?
Yeah.
No one won this deal.
I don't want Malik, and what's Ty? Give me the 311. Maybe that's Tank. Right? Like
Tank won't fall to the 311.
That's somebody. That's Tank. That's Jalen. That is, depending on how, just naming names. Jalen Hyatt, Tank Bigsby, not Tank, Tank Dell, excuse me, Xavier Hutchinson, right? I mean, Deuce Vaughn. I'd rather take a chance on any of those guys at whatever point in the draft at the 311 than have Malik and Chandler. Okay.
He says 12-team, 2 quarterback, full PPR. My quarterbacks are now Burrow, Jackson, Jacoby, Malik, Bailey. I own the 101, 109, and now 424 first. These picks are both projected top 5. So he gets Trey Lance, 224 first, and Justin Fields. If those are top 5 picks, then you will have won this deal. And look, if you're going to take a risk on Trey Lance, I think this, you kind of have a lot of value baked in with those first round picks. So yeah. I don't hate this deal. But if you're competing, I just think Justin Fields would have been the one to keep.
Yeah. I think he has Burrow and Jackson. So, I mean, he was probably never going to start Justin Fields over either one of those guys potentially. So he just went to go get picks.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
So you like the Lance side of the deal?
I'm saying, like, I do like the Lance side deal with the context, having Burrow and Jackson. Like, just give me 224 first and for Justin Fields, and let's see what happens, right?
Okay,
so
yeah.
I'm okay with it.
I can see how it works out long term. Hand the man. Looks like we've got a 12-team Superflex, start 10 full PPR, and we get a first and 24, a first and 25, a second and 24, 2 seconds and 24, and the 211 this year. We send away Michael Pittman, Zeke, Dobbs, Pickens.
I think Zeke is kind of irrelevant. Dobbs,
yeah.
I mean,
I like this deal for the picks.
Yeah, I like the deal for the picks. I mean, all those seconds are worth more than Romeo. I would say one of those seconds potentially, if it's an early 24 first, is probably George Pickens, or you can even say George Pickens is worth a first, depending on how high you value him. So I like the picks here as well.
Yeah, I think you did well there. I don't even know how you sold Zeke for anything, but you managed to do it, so well done. And we got another one here. It looks like the 106 for the 107 and the 307. I mean, that's
just trying to move
whoever sold you the 106 and only wanted the 307 in return does not know much about this rookie class, I don't think. They don't know about the tier drop after the 106.
Yeah, exactly. So that's a good one.
Hand the man out here just rinsing everyone in trades.
Come on, baby.
Absolutely everyone. But that is it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Drop a like, show some love. Subscribe if you like Dynasty content. And if you want your Dynasty trades on the show, you know how to do that now. Pin comment. And we'll see you guys in the next one. All love. Now that those idiots are done talking, who needs some rankings?
Hell yeah, I need some rankings.
Then use promo code LAND, LAND, for 30% off any membership at flockfantasy.com.
Oh.
It's so easy, even your grandma could scan that QR code right there.